binary approach to the market. Al, you talk about having range-bound days and trending days, and those are the only two types. Why is that?
To me, I'm a day trader, and I consider about 40 trades a day. On the E-mini, there are 81 5-minute bars every day, and on an average day, there are about 40 potential setups. So I'm thinking constantly, and for me to be able to process whether or not I should take a trade and then place the trade and do everything correctly, I have to have a bunch of rules that keep things simple. And one is limiting my choices to two things. So risk on, risk off, bull trend, bear trend, trading range, high probability, low probability.
So it's just a matter of having a strategy for each one, or do you only trade one of those?
Well, I categorize everything that I see into a binary decision. And once I make a decision, for example, if it's trend versus trading range, if it's a trend, I'll look to swing more of my position. If it's a trading range, I'll look to buy low, sell high, and scalp. So it determines how I want to trade. If the trend is up, I want to buy. If the trend is down, I want to sell.
Is there any kind of objective way you gauge this? Is it previous highs and lows? You're drawing trend lines, or how do you do that?
I use many tools. The most important thing for me is breakouts. I look for large trend bars, and I look how the market responds after it creates a large trend bar. I also use trend lines. I also use trend channel lines. I also use measured moves. I don't use Elliott wave, and I don't use Fibonacci, and I don't use indicators.
And what markets do you typically trade?
I trade mostly the E-mini, but when the E-mini is especially quiet, a lot of times I'll trade the note futures, and I also trade stocks. And when I trade stocks, I'm trading off the 60-minute chart and the daily chart, and mostly I'm trading options, owning puts or calls or spreads.
And are you purely technical, or do you watch the news, the fundamentals?
To me, news has no benefit to trading. It's entirely baked into the price charts. And if you see someone on the news, that means the producer picked that person to be on the news. And the producer picked that person among all the different choices. The market always has people with opposite opinions. That producer picked a person with one opinion. There's someone equally smart with the absolute opposite opinion. So if I'm watching the news, I'm only getting half the story, and it's going to influence my decision making in a bad way. So to me, the news, it's